Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to this year's 20th Annual Southern California Alzheimer's Disease Research Conference. Our topic this year is Beyond Memory, the Behavioral and Psychiatric Symptoms of Dementia. We are hosted today, as you know, by the University of California, Irvine Institute for Memory Impairments and Neurological Disorders, as well as the School of Medicine. We also thank the Alzheimer's Family Services Center and the Alzheimer's Association of Orange County for all their support. A special thanks goes out to our exhibitors, all our exhibitors who have helped to make this conference possible. We thank our Platinum exhibitor, CareLinks, and exhibitors at the Silver level, Aegis Living, The Gardens, Meridian Home Living, Premier Home Healthcare, Silverado, and Sunrise Senior Living. Additionally, our thanks to all the exhibitors located across the way in Emerald Bay. It is my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Frank LaFurla at the University of California, Irvine. He is a Chancellor's Professor and Director of the UCI Institute for Memory Impairment and Neurological Disorders. He's also the Chair of the Department of Neurobiology and Behavior and a Fellow of the Center of Neurobiology and Learning and Memory at UCI. A well-respected scientist and a leading researcher of his generation, notably, Dr. LaFurla and his team have developed transgenic models that have proven invaluable for preclinical evaluation of novel therapeutic compounds for Alzheimer's disease. More recently, his research group has shown the benefit of stem cell transplant for treatment of cognitive dysfunction, receiving a prestigious California Institute for Regenerative Medicine Award for continued studies. Dr. LaFurla, as well, is an elected fellow of the American Academy for Advancement of Science and a member of the American Neurological Society and serves on several scientific and medical advisory boards. He has received the MetLife Foundation Award for Medical Research, as well as the Distinguished Faculty Research Award. And it has been my pleasure to work with Dr. LaFurla, both as a student and at the Institute as part of this conference. And I'm looking forward to this year's exciting day.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to this event. It's very coincidental that today happens to be World Alzheimer's Day, so what better day than to have such a great occasion as this 20th annual conference. As you can imagine, it takes a village to put on this event and to organize it, and I just want to spend a few moments just acknowledging all the people who put so much hard work into this effort over the past year. In particular, Patty Mouton, Cordula Dickmucke, Carrie Peltz, Katie Zioli, Shirley Siravong, Viorella Pop, who you just heard from, and Andrew Eng. So let's give them a round of applause for doing such a great job. So I have to get to some, for me, personally sad news and announce that Shirley Siravong, who has helped put this conference together for 17 years, has left the Institute to explore new pastures, and she went on to become the manager of clinical operations with the UCI program in nursing science. And while we're very happy for her, we're also very sad for us because Shirley was fantastic. She has worked tirelessly on this conference for the last 17 years, and she is really the person responsible for making it grow from 100 or so individuals in 1992 to over 500 people today. And so as a small token of appreciation, we just want to give Shirley a little award to express our gratitude for everything that she has done. So Shirley.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting this, but I am glad to see that there are so many people here at today's conference. It really has grown over the years. We are so pleased to be in a larger venue and with lots of great information and wonderful speakers today. So it has been my pleasure to help see this conference grow and to help coordinate it over the years. So thank you.
Okay. So when we were thinking about the theme for this conference, we wanted to do something that we thought would have an impact for the community and for a lot of the physicians and researchers. And we thought to ourselves, well, you know, we tend to focus so much on memory. Maybe we should have a conference that goes beyond memory and deal with some of the psychiatric and behavioral issues that dementia patients encounter. And this is a really important topic, and that's why we're devoting the entire conference to this topic, not just one little talk here and there. Individuals who suffer from these kind of symptoms, they can range anywhere from apathy to depression to hallucinations, and represents a challenge not only for the individual but also for their family and for their caregivers. When not managed correctly, behavior and psychiatric symptoms decrease the quality of life, increase risk of injury and death, and lead to institutionalization. And I think all of us will agree that we want to avoid these at all costs. So that's the program that we have in store for you today. But before we get there, I want to introduce my partner in this event. The first is Jim McAleer, who, as many of you know, is the president and CEO of the Orange County Alzheimer's Association. And the chapter here serves over 75,000 people living in Orange County with or at risk of dementia. His background includes a distinguished career in the nonprofit world, which began by working with individuals with mental and physical disabilities. He has held the position of interim executive director of the National Spinal Cord Injury Association. He was a senior manager and then CEO and president for several agencies serving at-risk populations and individuals with various disabilities. So let's welcome Jim McAleer.
Well, I hope my mother was listening. Now, here's the real story. I'll be cleaning up after the event, so please throw away your own coffee cups. Happy World Alzheimer's Day. Wear some purple today if you get a chance. Like Frank, I'd like to thank the folks who really do the work here. You know, the three of us who are going to greet you this morning do a great job of helping with some of the conceptual stuff. We don't actually put the rubber to the road. So a round of applause one more time for the volunteers at the doors, the staff who stuffed envelopes, the people who really did the planning and carried the water. The other thing, we couldn't do this without the sponsors who are out there with those tables. Folks, if you paid for today, you would have paid a lot more, trust me. This isn't a profit center for any one of us. We're just trying to, you know, make the bottom line. Those sponsors are why we're all able to come here at a more affordable rate. So stop by their table, hear what they have to say, learn a little bit about their businesses because they certainly are supporting us. We're here to talk about research. Obviously, you came today because research is something you think is important, because research is where the hope is. Our association makes sure that we're there to hold people's hands today as they battle a horrible disease. But the real hope is in making sure there is no disease one day. UCI just got a phenomenal grant to work with Dr. LaFurla and Matthew Broughton-Jones in stem cell research. That's a terrific thing. The Alzheimer's Association this year alone in Orange County will fund over $500,000 worth of research. That's a wonderful thing. It's not enough, folks. $500,000 isn't one clinical trial. So take some action. If I leave you with one thought today, learn and then act. Go out and volunteer for a clinical trial. I'm sure the good Dr. LaFurla could use a few more people knocking on his door saying, I'll help. We need you to volunteer. We need you to tell people about our work. Let a few people know it's World Alzheimer's Day, and last but not least, write somebody who's doing this business a check, because it takes money to keep the doors open and the research rolling. Thank you for coming today. There's coffee outside. I know I'll be needing some. Frank?
Thanks, Jim. Jim's always shy. So it's now my pleasure to introduce our third partner, Dr. Alan Zemansky, who is the Executive Director of Alzheimer's Family Services. He started in that position just this year in January, and he brings more than 20 years of experience in the provision and management of behavioral health and community services in both for-profit and nonprofit organizations. He specializes in the management of programs serving older adults and creatively combines his clinical expertise with a professional background in business administration. So let's welcome Dr. Alan Zemansky up here.
Good morning. I will like to briefly add my welcome to this exciting and what promises to be a highly informative conference. I am the Executive Director of the Alzheimer Family Services Center in Huntington Beach, and we're extremely proud to be a co-sponsor of this wonderful event. For more than 30 years, we've provided adult daycare and supportive services to individuals and families challenged by Alzheimer's disease. We're the only adult day care center, health care center in Orange County that is exclusively dedicated to helping individuals with dementia. And so the topic of today's conference, behavioral and psychiatric symptoms of dementia, is extremely relevant to our daily work. We, while our staff has developed a high level of expertise in working with our participants with disruptive behavioral symptoms, we eagerly look forward to learning about the latest research findings and best practices regarding the assessment and management intervention for the behavioral and psychiatric symptoms associated with memory impairment. So we are eager to hear about all these interventions and management techniques, particularly the non-pharmacological interventions. So once again, I just want to thank you all for being here with us today. We have a host of stimulating and informative presentations in store, so let's get to it. Thank you.